Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Jenny and today I'm going to be showing you how to create this gorgeous warm neutral look that is perfect for a date night or Valentine's Day if you're not wanting something super pink or red. So if you want to see how I did it, keep on watching. Okay, so to get started, we're going to prime our eyelids. I'm using the Ulta Beauty Matte Veil Longwear Eye Primer. This works really well. I'm gonna blend it all the way into the inner corner, up to the brow, anywhere that you're gonna be putting that eyeshadow. This is a really good affordable option. I know a lot of people like the Milani one. I used to use the e.l.f. one, but it's really hard to find. I think they still make it. I really like this. It works really well. I've tried using concealer as a primer and that just does not work for me. It always creases. I've tried different concealers. There's just something different about shadow primers that I just have to use them. So for today's look, we're going to be using the Beauty Bakery Proof is in the Pudding. I love this palette. It is so stunning. I have clearly loved this a lot. They still make it. I've had this forever. I should probably just buy a new one. So to start, I'm just going to use like a big fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to take the shade here, Nana Pudding, tap off the excess, and I'm just gently sweeping that all over the lid, up to the brow bone, all over. I just like to really lightly set that primer. I feel like it just works better for me than if I just go directly in. I just feel like it helps blend better. Next, we're gonna use a bit of a smaller little blending brush, and we're gonna take this shade here, the Bread Pudding. Tap it off, and this we're just gonna kind of gently dab where we want it in the outer corner and into the crease, and then very slowly start to blend back and forth, little circle motions. And when you're blending, this is something I need to work on better because I always have a heavy hand no matter what I'm doing. You want to, let me show you with the other brush, you want to just barely be pushing, like very gentle. You don't want to be pushing hard. Like you can tell the difference with the bristles. You just want to do very gentle motions and then slowly build that product up. And then with a smaller little blending brush, we're gonna go in with this color here, Warm Cocoa, and this is gonna go just in that outer corner. Very small little circles. I'm gonna take it a tiny bit into the crease, but just kind of halfway or so. And then with that fluffy brush, just kind of blend those a bit together. You can see already the difference. It's subtle, but it's a bit warmer and a bit deeper. With that smaller brush, I'm going to use both of those shades, kind of tap back and forth, and do the lower lash line. Kind of blend it and connect it up further. With a kind of slightly fluffy shader brush, I'm gonna go in with this shade here, Spiced Caramel, and then spray it to get it a bit damp. Put it all over the lid. And this I'm just very gently just kind of pressing. Going back in with that fluffier brush, just gonna kind of blend those edges out. Then for the inner corner, I'm gonna use the same highlighter I used on my face, which is the Revolution Set the Tone. And using that same brush, but just the opposite side, just gonna go right in that inner corner. And I like to kind of blend it over. You can kind of see how it brightens it a tiny bit, alters the color a smidge, but not a whole ton. Now we're gonna curl the lashes. I like to do one eye at a time. I kind of like gently squeeze it a bit. Then I use two different mascaras. I like to start with the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect. And then I like to come from the top of the lashes, just a tiny bit to kind of really coat the entirety of the lash, and then carefully brush that through. You kind of want to wiggle a little bit to help separate those lashes. And then I like to use also Essence / Princess, but this is the Sculpted Volume Mascara. This always has so much product on it. I think mine just, the stopper isn't as good as it should be because I used to get the purple one and I remember liking it. I'm just kind of wiping off some of that excess because there's always way too much product on the wand. And if there's too much product, it'll just be like smudgy and gross. So you just want to wipe off that excess. It'll just make the lashes clump together. So I like to do just like a really thin coat of this one on both eyes. And then if it's ever too clumpy, kind of like at the tips here, they kind of clump together, just take like a little spoolie from the top and just kind of brush through that. So I'm kind of just like, this is the lashes, so you're just kind of curling and swooping. And then I go back to the green one and just do another little coat, kind of brush through everything. And then I use this for the bottom lashes as well. Before I do my base face makeup, I usually put on a lip balm. I've been using these e.l.f. ones. So by the time I'm done with my makeup, it's kind of absorbed nicely into the lips. There's a tiny bit of residue, but I just leave it. I'm going to be using this e.l.f. lip liner. So I'm just going to line my lips and fill them in with this. And then using the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Jam Session. And that is the look completed. So I feel like this is a really beautiful option if you want something a bit warmer for, you know, Valentine's Day or a date night, but also not too crazy and bright pink or red, and just keep it a neutral warm. So I hope you like this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to join the family, hit that subscribe button. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.